Let's take it to the Western Cape because the Investing in African Mining Indaba begins today for a 4-day conference at the International Convention Centre in Cape Town. The gathering has become an important event for mining professionals, investors and industry leaders who are looking to capitalise on the vast opportunities that exist in African mining. Watching that story is SABC News reporter Katlego Legodi, live to us now from Cape Town in the Western Cape, and it certainly is a major item on the mining calendar. Katlego, help us get a better sense of what's likely to be ventilated there today.
A very good morning to you, Ayanda, and to our viewers at home. Welcoming you once again into the Cape Town International Convention Centre. This is where any moment from now we're expecting for the Investing in African Mining Indaba 2026 to get well underway. This is, as you stated, Ayanda, rightly so, a high-level event. We've seen various of those important people from the continent, not just in Africa or South Africa alone, but from the continent and the globe, just coming into Cape Town for this mining Indaba. It happens every year, and this year it carries the theme Stronger Together, Partnerships Investment. And this is where they're looking at ensuring as well that they come through with these partnerships that will move the mining sector forward. Very important for South Africa, Ayanda, because you know very well that this is somewhat of a bedrock of the country's economy in terms of how we see the mineral sector flowing and feeding into the economy. Here we're talking about 6 to 7.5% economic contribution into the country's GDP. But again, they're looking at ensuring that they learn, right, from their partners and their counterparts in terms of how they're doing it, where they come from. This is why it was very important, even last night, Ayanda, to see Minister Gwede Mantashe, who will be giving an opening address here, gather the ministers from the continent to sit down and look at the issue of critical minerals. You asked as well to say, what is it that we can expect to be on the spotlight in terms of today going into the week? The issue of beneficiation, Ayanda, that is what will come under the spotlight. The critical minerals and how we see them working for the continent and the country expected to come under the spotlight, but exploration as well. How are we driving exploration from source and ensuring as well that all of these conversations and what is happening in these countries is not lost? So we're expecting as well, this is a record number of delegates to date, about 11,000, Ayanda, of those delegates that are spread out through this auditorium this morning. They're expecting to get that opening address from Minister Gwede Mantashe, who will just lay the land in terms of what we can expect in the coming 4 days. But again, important will be the Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema, who will be coming through here, Ayanda, to give a keynote address. And earlier on as well, a very important one kicking us off would be the Minerals Council. They were giving us a state of the mining industry in South Africa, reflecting on how 2025 has been. And you can really see that the mineral sector is turning a corner. But there are some of those impediments, Ayanda, the challenges, the issue of the cost of electricity. We've seen the smelters closing down. This would be jobs, right? So they are saying that the cost of electricity is affecting production, which is why they would want as well to see this ventilated here. But we are also tweaking legislation as South Africa in terms of what we can expect from the mineral sector. And this is why Minister Gwede Mantashe will be coming through to give them a sense and an update of where we are in terms of policy, in terms of legislation, but at the same time to present progress after the launch of the Junior Exploration Fund. And this is where they were looking at targeting junior miners to come through and some of those small businesses to come through that are focusing on exploration. But you know very well that most of them would talk about the issue of corruption, the issue of crime. These are some of the issues that are affecting the sector. Here at home, we talk about zama-zamas. So they'll be looking at ensuring that they tighten legislation that would ensure that they push to close some of these derelict mines, but at the same time, they intensify Operation Legodi to ensure that all of these, illegal activities in the mineral sector don't take away from how South Africa is doing as per this sector. So we're expecting for these to be high-level conversations, Ayanda, that will be fused and turbocharged by the investments that will be expected to flow from here into various of these economies on the continent. Ayanda, any moment from now, if you can see behind me, the stage is set, and we're expecting for the opening address by Minister Gwede Mantashe. But like I said, later on, we'll be seeing the Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema, who'll be coming through to give a keynote address. Ayanda, it's back to you in studio for now.
We certainly look forward to it. Katlego, Legodi, live to us there from the Cape Town International Convention Centre. Thanks very much indeed.